Welcome back to NBA Cinema. So today we have Andrew Bogut commenting on the Josh Giddey saga, and he is closer to the situation than most of us. And he didn't go too far into detail, but he did disclose that OKC has known about this for over a year, and they've deemed Josh Giddey available to play regardless. And what they're saying is that the family is not going to move forward because the female may have lied to Josh Giddey about her age. Now, we don't know exactly how old this girl is. She probably was the age that she said, but Josh Giddey was led to believe something else. According to Andrew Bogut, the investigation that is going on, the girl was in a club she shouldn't have even been able to get in the first place. So Giddey meeting her in that situation believes that the girl is above 15 years old, right? Or like he believes she's 18 or better. And so that's where the issue lies. And that's why, the family probably hasn't gone forward because she wasn't truthful about her age with Josh Giddey. So we're going to listen to, Australian big, former number one pick, former Utah Ute, Andrew Bogut speak on this. Let's check it out.
All right, let's get into some news. And the biggest trending news of the last week is involving Josh Giddey and the social media CSI that has gone down. For those not familiar, he has been accused of dating or sleeping with, or whatever you want to call it, hooking up with a 15-year-old girl. Now, there's a lot that still needs to be done with this. It's very hard to comment until you have, a result on the investigation. From what I understand, the people I've spoken to is, now look, just want to put it out there, if Josh was 19, 20, 21 and knowingly seeking out a 15-year-old girl, absolutely despicable behavior. I'm strongly against it. Full, threat of the law, whatever it is, do your time. I don't think this is that, from what I understand. If I'm wrong, I'll come back and apologize. I don't think it is that. I think the girl was younger. From what I understand is the girl in question has lied about her age and said that she was of age at the time. This has also happened, I think, over a year ago now. I don't think this is something that's happened recently, much to people thinking on social media it has. And it's just hard to give proper comment on this until this plays out. Now, OKC have been aware of this, from what I'm told, for the last year. They've known about it. They have deemed Josh free to play. They don't see any concerns. The NBA have allowed that, which is kind of telling, because when these kind of things happen, the NBA kind of tries to really, take a couple of games off till we figure this thing out. But on the flip side, I don't think they can do anything, even if there was, some smoke to this fire, until there's formal charges. I think as per the CBA, I don't think, pending an internet Twitter investigation, they can step down a player from playing. He'd have to agree to it. So they can't just say you step down. So he has not been formally charged. I don't believe he's even been interviewed by police to this point. I think it occurred in California, where the age of consent is 18, which does throw a spanner in the works as to, did Josh know she was overage? I'm told that's what he was told. Did he know she was underage? Sorry, but I was told he was thinking that she was overage. But just a messy situation for everyone involved. I think for this to go down the legal route, I believe that the girl in question or the family have to formally press charges saying that he knowingly knew she was of this age. From what I understand, that will not happen because the girl lied about her age. So you see a lot of this stuff going on the internet. When I first saw it, I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And then, you got all these CSI people on the internet digging up wrong photos of different girls and captions and this and that. It's just an absolute shit show as it is online on social media. So as I said, if this is a 19, 20-year-old knowingly saying, I know you're 15, let's hook up, no sympathy from me whatsoever. I don't think that is the case with this. And I think it's going to play out pretty smoothly from the Josh Giddey party, but the damage has been done to his PR, bro, regardless of what the result is. And that's a trial by, we have trial by media over the last 30 years. I think there's now trial by social media is probably 100 times worse. I think it's just a messy situation. I think Josh hopefully learns a hard life lesson from this, regardless of where it goes. Obviously, if it's what I said, if he knowingly did it, and which I've been told is completely not the case. But even if Josh said, okay, I'll take you for face value, you're 19, but he's still thinking, is she really? That's enough for me to say I'm not doing this. And that's where he's got to learn his lessons. Talking about the comments we made last week about the NBA groupies and all that kind of stuff, it factors into this as well. These are kind of things that now you got to be really careful. Do you ask for ID? Do you do this? Do you do that? Who knows? But I remember, when I don't know what it's like in the US in high school, but I remember when I was in high school and we'd have, year 9s and 10s, girls that were in my class would be getting picked up by guys after school that had their licenses. And in Australia, you need to be 18 to have your license, right? So they were 1 year removed from that high school. They might have been in year 12 last season. They graduated, and now they're picking up year 9s and 10s. And, and I was kind of always like, no, that's just weird and wrong, right? But it was kind of the thing, at least here in Australia. And you always looked at it like those kids thought they were cool. But like I said, whenever you're on that line, you're flirting with danger, and that's why I think Josh has messed up. Like if you're messing around that 18, 19, 17, maybe don't know, just no. Like for me, that's me. He's got so much to lose, as we've seen. Now, this is the thing, regardless of what comes out in the next week or two, and even if it gets to a point where it's like, she did lie, he didn't know, he thought she was 19, that doesn't matter now. All these memes and all this shit now, that's going to be there forever, right? It's hard to take back on social media. Like I said, if it is the alternative where he knowingly knew, 15, then I'm right there with those people and saying that's terrible behavior. But it's hard to take back. Like you said, no real credible outlets have reported on this for that very reason. It's just gone, there's some allegations now. That's kind of the most it's been in the media. But I just don't know where it goes to solve this puzzle, because from what I understand, the family of the girl and the girl herself have, knowingly said they're not moving forward with any charges. And I think they're the ones that hold the key to it. If they come out and tomorrow decide, we think he did know she was 15, then he's in some trouble, right? But it's just a messy situation.
Sure. Yeah, Bogues, I'm not sure. And again, I'm no legal expert, obviously, but if the state wants to go forward with it,
I don't think so.
I wonder if they could still go forward with it if they want to, even if they don't want to press charges.
I don't think so. That's the question I had too. I know, because in California it's 18, Oklahoma it's 16, but this happened in California. Yeah. That was my question, was like, can the state independently, outside of the girl in question or her family, can the state prosecute? I don't think so. I think they would have to give a witness statement. So if the girl and the parents don't want to participate and give a statement, I don't think you have a case, bro. So I think that's, I'm not a legal expert, but it kind of leaves a lot open, up in the air and open. But it's just a shitty situation for everyone involved, even for the girl. She's getting slut shamed and all that kind of stuff. So it's a valuable lesson of social media and not posting stuff on social media. I've got a thing with Snapchat. I think if you're an adult above 18, if you're above 18, you should not be on Snapchat. That's my opinion. And I know there's a lot of people that are on there. They use it in high school and they graduate and they continue to use it. That's kind of what they used to. But an app that allows you to upload videos and messages that disappear is only really an app for a few things, bro.
So first of all, Andrew Bogut, it's just like that in America. You have grown men picking up ninth grade girls from high school. I mean, we've seen this type of thing. You've even seen some bold enough to pick up middle schoolers. I mean, eighth graders. Like, that's like that everywhere in the world, I guess. Older guys taking the young girls home or whatever and doing whatever. But looking at Josh Giddey's situation, Josh Giddey's 21, so it's natural, you know, that he would be interested in 19, 20-year-old young women. But Bogut does have a point, right? He can't just be picking them up at a club. It's too fluky. The girl probably got in, like he said, knowing someone at the door, knowing, no, and you could look at it like this, right? You might have someone that owns a club or someone in a high position, or just have any position with the club that may be in on a whole shakedown for Josh Giddey. So you might have had somebody that let her in, and she's got the intention to get with Josh Giddey, and then everybody get the money, you know, at the end. Everybody get broke off a little something after the shakedown. You have these type of things going around too. So, you know, Josh Giddey can't be so green behind the ears. I really believe that this young man probably got in that sort of way. Only thing is, when it happens, you know, it's still SR. You know, it's still SR no matter what happens. You know what I'm saying? Whether you was consenting or not, it's still that. So he has to have his ducks in a row. You can't just be grabbing some randoms and taking them back. You know, you got to see. I can't even just say IDs because you could fake those, but you got to see some information that lets you know how old these individuals are. You need to get names. You need to know a little bit about the person before you lay down with them, man. I hate to say that, but well, no, I don't. You should know that anyway. But what I'm saying is, if you live in that lifestyle, you're gonna have to know these people a little bit and find out a little more information about them. Have a real name and know when they were born. Try to Google it. You know, get other outside sources. You know, meet people around them or something before you go to the bedroom, because you can't just be doing that. I met them this night, and well, you can, but you will be subject to things like this happening. You know, and for her to go online and say, Josh Giddey, like she did on that video, it shows it's kind of like a young thing to do. So I do believe that she was that age. Josh Giddey, if OKC has known about it for a year, Josh Giddey could have been 19 when that happened, 19 or 20. So I don't believe he was out seeking out young women after hearing Andrew Bogut speak and hearing that the team knew about this for years, for like a year. And that the fact that the team didn't, not the team, but the young lady, her mother, father, and their legal team didn't press charges on Giddey, it shows flaw in, you know, in her actions too, you know, as a young girl. So clout, her chasing clout at the time, you know, she's learned a lesson. Josh Giddey allowing himself to be filmed and put on camera like that with a girl that he just hooked up with, that's crazy. You shouldn't have allowed that as well. You know, you got to be a little more discreet, and I think he will going forward. You know, like Bogut said, there's been some damage done to his reputation regardless, because if he's clear to these allegations, you always look at it as money beat this. You know, somebody's prestige or the level they're on and what they're the tools they have at their access to fight these sort of cases is what got him over the hump. If it was a regular guy, he'd be behind bars. That's how it's going to be viewed, whether fair or not. But I'm hoping, you know, young man and a young lady learns from this. I want to know your thoughts in the comments about what Andrew Bogut had to say. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.